The family's gathered around. Okay.
Yes.
There's got to be 14 fucking people in the house. And
not the usual number in
just
your house.
exactly, it's less than usual. And I'm like, wow, light crowd tonight, huh? Couldn't sell out, couldn't do a 2-for-1, 2-item minimum, scare people away at Schlegel's Chuckle Hut. So, yeah, we're all gathered around in the evening. This is post Ravens victory. This is post Commanders victory, and everybody comes over for dinner. And there's an elderly member of the family that comes over. This is the person that I have mentioned before, that there is late, and then there is what this person does, where they show up 3 hours late. And
I remember Sticky Bones, wasn't that?
Smoky Bones, which we
Smoky
found out
Bones.
was a hotbed of underground African-American gay activity,
yes,
according to their Google reviews.
Nice.
So we're watching some of the later games, whatever, we're all glowing, and kids are running around. Grandma is sitting in the middle of my sofa, and she does the loudest sneeze fart combo you've ever heard.
Oh, I love that combo.
It was
you knew. There was no mistake.
The fucking neighbors knew.
And they knew who did it.
Absolutely. Because she did the ha.
Okay.
And the fart was a nice half-second beat past the sneeze.
Good rhythm.
And I'm sitting in one of the chairs and I'm ready to start doing a tap dance routine. And I'm looking around like,
is anyone else going to acknowledge
someone? I'm locking eyes with Mudge, and she's giving me the
like, don't say a word.
Evan is getting ready to start throwing dragon.
You have to say something.
No one says a word.
Nothing said.
She barely breaks stride in her conversation. Okay. And I'm looking at Mudge, and she's looking at me, and she's almost like chloroform ragging Evan's face because he's turning his shade of crimson,
right?
Trying not to cackle out loud.
And Grandma doesn't say excuse me. She doesn't do anything.
Just lets it ride. I give it like 30 seconds, and the smell hits.
The aftershock,
dude. It was bad. It was old.
Now, are the other people like kind of, are they doing anything to try to, turn their heads? Or
people go to the kitchen to refresh their drinks. It doesn't help. Someone runs downstairs.
I'm gonna get some air.
I forgot something in my car.
Yes,
which is parked down the block. I'm gonna go check.
I forgot every window needed to be.
I need to go count your shingles. I'm gonna head on the roof and do a quick shingle count.
You said it smelled old. Do you think, what is the fart the worst at that age? You think it
can't be good. The plumbing has gone wrong.
Okay.
The diet isn't great. Every bowel movement is laborious. You're pissing 15 times
How
a day.
Old is she?
Late 70s.
Okay.
No, she's probably too young for a diaper.
Yeah, too young for a diaper, but we're on the cusp. We're on.
Okay.
And
you're lucky there were no,
I mean, my couch sucks as is. Honestly, had she shit the couch, I'd have gotten an excuse to get a new couch. Yes, I could finally go into Wayfair to buy a brand new chaise and a $25,000 runaway.
Hey, Ariel says you look fine as fuck tonight, Justin.
I'm just trying to keep up with you, baby.
And Brittany's tuning in from bed tonight. It's going to be a sexy show as we start with old lady farts.
Old lady farting and shitting my couch. In this thing, by the way, this is
I don't see it, Ariel.
I don't see it either, but thank you.
This whole thing.
This whole thing. Maybe it's the haircut.
Let's say you're in like a waiting room at a dentist or doctor or something, and you and a bunch of strangers. Somebody farts, like audibly. Do you think nobody says something?
No one.
No, my dad. All right, old man Schlegel's got a bit. My dad does.
He does.
He says Gesundheit. My dad regularly would say Gesundheit or God bless you.
That's not bad because it acknowledges it, but it's funny.
It's kind of I know this when I see somebody like trip or take a misstep. I always go, don't worry, no one saw. I say every time.
It's a good bit.
Right?
Yeah,
great bit.
I say it all the time.
That.
So maybe I got too much grapes in me.
Okay.
You got a little grapes.
You do. Yeah. You say on average nobody says something. What if there's a second fart within like 2 minutes?
Third fart, I say something.
Okay.
First fart.
What do you say, sir? I think I speak for all of us.
You good? Is everything you going slack? I have no idea. Like, can I went and fetch you a Chardonnay cork? I don't know, but you fart 3 times.
What if there's no smell? Because if there's no smell, what, it doesn't bother you.
I don't know. You go Yahtzee?
It doesn't bother me anyway.
Jackpot? Something.
No,
The smell doesn't bother you?
Well, no,
You're like,
I
I
don't.
love this. It smells like shit.
I don't
here.
love it.
Thank you, sir.
But I will
Hey,
say this.
Bump him up to the appointment.
Right. But I say,
You
all
can have
right,
my spot.
I go,
Yeah.
look, you're going to the doctor's office. You're going to be sitting in this waiting
Mhm.
room. You either have the opportunity to hear another patient fart 3 times
Yeah.
or not. You would take it.
Oh no,
Yes.
I clearly take Rob,
100%.
especially Rob's
Oh,
scenario.
100%
There's no
take it.
smell. If there's if it's just audible, but there's nothing
What if-
behind it.
What if they say, look, they're going to 3 times, it's going to fill the room. I'm still saying yes. I'm still saying
I
yes.
don't know if I'm good.
All right.
I got a tender tummy.
What if
It's still hilarious.
Yeah.
somebody farts, then another person farts?
And then it turns into the scene
Right.
from Stand By Me.
Yes.
And
Then a
everybody.
third farts.
And so instead of the castor oil, puke,
Right.
it's just like you hiccup, I hiccup.
right.
What a beautiful evolution of
God,
mankind
that would
be.
bring us together.
If we could, the same way you yawn, I yawn, which the
Yes.
Mythbusters did an episode
Yes.
about. You fart, I start to fart. Everybody, it just
That's
turns
a
into
symphony
a
of
symphony.
fart.
No one
we
gives you
both
shit.
said symphony. at the
Symphony
same
of
time.
fart.
Yeah.
We
What
both
if
look good tonight.
there's 5 people in the room?
The domino fart effect. There
It's
go.
you and 4 other people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fart, 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 fart.
The Thinking Man's podcast.
What do you do? It's your turn.
And now, and you can't. You got
you
nothing.
can't. You go. Or
You have a
embarrassed.
dry
back to
hole.
me?
Yeah.
I push until I shit. I have to fart. There's no way. If I don't want to be the odd man out. I hate being the odd duck. So I'm like, I don't have to. I'm pushing.
What
Yeah.
if they call your name? You're like, sorry, I gotta
Give me a minute.
before I treat this heart attack I had.
We will move on. But if you had to, gun to head right now, could
Yeah.
you? If you
No,
really
because I have to
tried
pee.
Oh, so you make a
Oh,
sprinkle?
yeah.
No. But you can pee at the same time.
No. Right now I couldn't because if I had to push it out right now, I would
Yeah.
pee my pants.
Okay.
So because I have to pee so bad. That's why I even knew when I
Good
came
timing,
down.
Joe.
I know. I even when I come
Yeah.
down, I go, should I pee before we do this show?
Mhm.
I go, I can make it an hour.
What if I squeezed it real hard for you so
Yeah.
you don't make
But
water?
normally I can get myself in a position where I
Yeah.
get some air in there and I can do it.
You get a little bit. I can do
Okay.
it.
I
Yeah,
don't think
yeah,
I can do it.
I can
Yeah.
shake the tummy up a little bit.
Yeah.
I think if you gave me a couple of minutes, I could probably
Yeah.
rattle one loose.
I got one on deck
Hey,
right now.
I'm giving you 2 minutes.
Okay, I got 2 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, I got 2 minutes to
I'm
shake this
starting
thing
to-
loose.
Timer starting now. Okay.
Do you know what I was eating earlier that really might lend itself? I was eating I had these chicken thighs from last night, a little leftover broccoli,
Oh yeah.
but they make these Utz s'mores potato chips now.
What?
They're potato
Utz
chip.
s'mores?
They're fucking awesome.
They are.
It's a potato chip. It's dipped in chocolate and then a little dip of marshmallow. And man, they hit the spot.
They're good.
They're good. They're good. They
Where are
taste
they
different than the
sold?
s'mores.
Is it
I
a
think
sweet and savory combo?
exactly
thing?
what it is.
My
It's the
voice got high
chocolate.
there.
It's the you're excited for s'mores.
I am.
It's just chocolate's marshmallow, but instead of the graham cracker, it's a ripple cut potato chip.
Grawls.
Oh.
Maybe or that or Safeway.
All right.
But she brought them home, and I one after the
Hey,
other.
Tell
just
your
going
wife to
through
go
'em.
get us some ASAP.
Oh yeah. Hey, did I tell you about her new job? Her new gig?
Who Mudge?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, she got the gig. She applied for editor-in-chief of Stupid Fucking Idea magazine. Let me tell
Hold
you
on
about
one
this.
second.
Oh,
Please.
okay.
Hold on. Oh.
What?
Yes. Stop the timer. Stop the timer.
1 minute.
There we are. Unbelievable.
Joe.
Joseph in
Ah,
the whole position.
No,
you
it's
were the
fine.
least one,
It's
I think.
fine. It's
Yeah,
fine.
You
I
just
got
said
it.
you had to pee.
Yeah, I
Did
was
you
able
pee?
to. I was able to work it. I was able to work
Wow.
it. Yeah.
That's
If
a,
I had to push it out, if I had
Good.
to, yeah.
that was it was a good one.
And I'm not getting anything.
No.
Hey, it's a good sound too.
It's-
I
It
bet
was
if
a
you go
great
back,
sound.
I bet if you go back.
Oh, you could see the waveform.
By the way, Katie's
Yeah.
never. If Katie's in chat, she's never heard that before.
Oh, yes, she has.
Well, maybe in my sleep
Oh,
or
yeah,
whatever,
she's
but for
heard
the
it
most
before.
part,
Katie
that's
writes-
something I don't.
You guys are 13 years old.
Matt
Yes.
goes, that's Joe's best contribution.
Yeah.
That's this is it. This will be on the best of.
Katie goes, of course I have. Now,
Oh my
if you heard her fart, that's the other.
No,
part.
I haven't.
Now,
ever.
Would you, she has?
I've never heard it.
Okay.
In 10 years, Mudge
All
once
right.
while she slept. And I mean, it was a cat fart. That's it.
Right.
Would
just
you
like-
disgusting?
Get away from me. Go
What-
out into the shed until you're done back menstruating.
What if all of us had heard Katie fart like 100 times, but you hadn't? Would you feel like what's going on?
Yeah, she only farts around us, but
Yes.
not you.
Yeah,
And they're thick and
I'd
they're
be.
rich.
I'd be fine with
There's
it.
an echo. Oh, yeah.
It wouldn't
I'm not
bother me at
missing
all.
out.
Yeah.
It's a production. Like she
Yeah.
hikes a leg up.
Well,
and
you know
does
me.
like a
I don't really do that. I
pull
don't.
the trucker horn motion.
It's not a thing for you.
No, and I
Yeah.
just said the
You-
word fart
you
more
used to not
times.
say that for
no, I
years.
still don't
Yeah.
say it. I'm
Mhm.
saying it here for the purpose of the show, but I think I told you, Bill, this before. But when I was growing up, my brother and I weren't allowed to say fart.
Wait, really?
We weren't allowed to say that.
Yeah.
Was that considered a curse word?
It was considered a curse word.
Okay.
Okay.
The N-word also you can say,
Instead,
right?
they were fine with that.
Yeah.
No, but instead, what did we call them?
Toots?
Toots?
We call them stinkers.
Oh,
okay.
Well, that sounds
now I'm
cool.
like, Dad.
Like a mischievous little kid?
No, but I'm like,
you stinker.
if I called
It's
that
cute.
in public,
Yeah.
I'm going to get my ass kicked.
Yeah.
If you're hanging out with a bunch of guys at a poker night or there you are at a Ravens game, we're kicking ass.
Who did a stinker?
Oh, no. Hey, which one of you guys stinker?
Yeah.
I'm an old orphan.
I've never heard that called that anywhere else. I've never heard it before.
A stinker?
Other than my own family.
I think I've heard it, but only from children or like newspaper editors from the 20s. Local politician lets loose a stinker on a dais.
Yeah.
Turns the tine towards his opponent.
Now you're doing BAL Wednesday night.
I'm doing BAL on Wednesday night.
7 to 11, correct?
4 hours of politics.
How much
of this
to
is
work in stinker into your broadcast?
No problem. I'll do an hour on it.
Do an hour on stinkers? An hour on
what are words you couldn't say growing up?
Yeah, hey, that would be good.
Yeah.
What are some words you couldn't say growing up
that everyone else would turn
that
their nose
everyone
up
else is allowed to say?
Sure. That's a good. That is a good break.
I wasn't.
I was being funny, and now I just gave you 2 hours.
Yeah, that's 3
you're
hours.
welcome.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I do whatever bullshit I've already written.
I couldn't say it, but my dad would call me homo.
Oh. You know what? No.
He would yell at me if
not
I
in
said
in a good way.
Listen,
Hey, you're doing great, homo.
He'd watch me throw a football.
I grew up
see
in
that.
the 70s. We were allowed to say that. I was allowed to say anything.
Yeah.
We had a game called Smear the Queer.
No problem with that. No, my dad would ask us
to call people the F word, not fuck.
No, I get it. Yeah,
I was allowed to say that in my house.
Improved since then.
My dad had no problem with that.
Damn.
Even the full the 2-syllable ones I was allowed to say.
Really?
1 syllable.
Boom, boom.
No problem.
Okay. The one, the English version of a cigarette.
No, that was the shortened one, but I was allowed to say the whole thing.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah. That was no problem. As long as I was,
it was encouraged.
As long as I was belittling the gays, my dad, I think we've talked about this on here. My dad doesn't know any celebrities. I mean, any. He doesn't know who LeBron James
Although he
is.
talks to them all the time
He
online,
doesn't know.
allegedly.
But if you're gay, he's like, hey, Neil Patrick Harris is gay. I go, how the hell do you know Neil Patrick Harris?
And also, yes, we've known that for 30 years.
Don't introduce him to Iron Maiden the minute he finds out out there.
You know,
or Judas Priest.
Sheldon on the Big Bang Theory is gay. Do you know that?
Do you know that?
Yeah. I'm like, well, Dad, how do you even know who these people are? You don't know
where is he learning
this?
Yeah. Can I tell you who's a man's
Facebook,
man?
Obviously.
Yeah. A man's man? Ricky Martin. That guy. Oh, he gets the ladies moist.
He doesn't know who Ricky Martin is unless he found out he was gay.
Does he know who Elton John is?
Then he doesn't.
Freddie Mercury.
He doesn't.
Who's the most famous gay?
Liberace?
John? Oh, yeah, Liberace's pretty.
That's alive. Is he? That's alive.
That's alive. Ellen's good up there.
Yeah.
Justin Trudeau. Pretty big.
It's a little dated, but like Billie Jean King's like an all-timer, right?
Yeah, well,
that's pretty
Elton John is
Martina Navratilova.
Yeah, that's another one. Right?
That's another big one.
I do think it's I do think it's probably Liberace. I know that's a
legendarily
because that was always
alive.
the metaphor for a gay person.
Rock Hudson
was Liberace
posthumously. God, yeah. I'm trying to think of who. Kristen Stewart's bi. I'm bi.
Yeah.
Yes.
Leaning more in one direction. If you keep nagging me.
I understand.
Oh my God. Hold on. So let me get back to this idea.
Okay.
Holy shit. This was pitched earlier. I didn't understand it when it was told to me by Mudge, and I want your help sussing it out as to how this could be a money making idea.
Oh no, yeah. Sorry, we cut you off.
Fine. No. We
right,
went. So she had this idea. Okay, she's always kind of looking for like a get rich quick thing. You guys watch Naked and Afraid?
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
You ever seen the Tomato Man? I can't remember his guy's name, but he had this bit. It's I'm pretty sure it's Naked and Afraid, but like one of the XL ones where it's like 60 days or like 90 days.
They're like, it's not hard enough.
Yeah, it's not brutal enough in the swamp. We're gonna do it for 2 entire quarters. So this dude does a bit where the day before they ship them there, you know what he eats? Tomatoes. He eats a bunch of tomatoes. And then you know what he does? He heads into the brush and he shits them out. And he picks through to find seeds, thinking he's going to plant and grow tomatoes. Now, I don't think he's out there long enough to have them come to fruiting. The plant, I guess, starts to grow. I haven't seen the episode. But I guess the guy had this idea. Is like, I'm going to carry in my gut seeds, tomato seeds.
I wonder if you could just shit in a hole, because there you got the fertilizer.
There you go. You got
the. I mean, don't the seeds don't digest? Because I think that's true, because that's how seeds, like if a bird eats fruit
and then it shits and it grows, and that's how they transport.
But aren't you allowed to bring one item?
You can bring an item, but like usually it's
a tomato.
I'll bring seeds.
Bring seeds, but you got to wait 60 days to actually use them. While you're shivering.
Thanks a lot, dude.
Have you ever thought, and I know you're going somewhere, but real quick, couldn't you hide at least like one item up your ass?
Yeah, just hide, like just fucking prison wallet, a knife, or underneath, tape a compass to the back of your nuts.
And then go out and go, oh my God, look what I just found in the woods.
Oh my God, you'll never forget.
I your initials on it.
Yeah, I found this king-size Milky Way inside of my vagina. This woman just starts just walleting out.
Do you think they
stuff.
strip search him before the?
I gotta wonder if they. I wonder if anybody's ever tried to.
That would be a good SNL sketch. She just keeps pulling things out of her vagina.
Yeah. Okay, so today's team, it's Muriel and Goatsy, and meanwhile he's just pulling tents out.
Yeah, exactly.
He's got a kayak up his ass.
Where'd you get that? Don't
even worry about it. I got plenty of fresh firewood in there, entire logs. So she had this idea she was trying to pitch me on, and I didn't like it, B, I didn't understand it. Where she says, do you think that there's an OnlyFans component at play here? I looked it up and I couldn't find anything. I'm like, you scolded me for watching a movie last night with bad language in it. And now we're upstairs and you're telling me about an idea where it's a woman who consumes seeds and then shits them and then has a garden, and she's in the garden kind of half naked, where you don't actually see the fecal process,
right?
But it's a sexy woman who's gardening.
She's gardening naked,
using only the seeds that she shit out.
This is her idea.
She's selling this to me 2 hours ago.
But is she the woman?
No, God, no. But she wants to find someone
who's willing to shit out,
who would eat
eggplant
or corn or whatever, or
jalapeno,
whatever there is.
Movie The Martian, isn't he?
Red peppers.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm like, okay,
no, it's not.
No one's
it's not a good idea
doing that. Okay. I'm
now, like gardening naked, just doing chores or everyday things naked.
Anything.
Yes.
The bare ass gardener,
right.
the bare ass house cleaner, the bare ass janitor. But the component she was really drilling down on is all the vegetables you see and anything in the garden, the flowers. You just know that they all came out of her bum and into the earth.
Hold on. Does she want you to talk to people for her?
You too.
Does she think that someone, and maybe she's right, if this tomato that is grown out of the seeds from her shit, when it's fully grown and it can be, and you can eat it, it will one of the Patreon or OnlyFans members then buy it and eat it? Is that part of the whole fetish?
My God, and think
is that the end of it?
Transferred from person to person. These seeds have gone through, and I don't know.
And they shit it out.
And they shit. And we're like,
they give the seed back.
It's
a whole shit garden.
Man, this has really been a cerebral program so far.
You have two hot women.
Wait a minute.
The one hot woman shits in the ground. They create the tomatoes and everything, and then they feed it to another hot chick who then reshits it.
Yes.
And then they just go back and forth.
We have somebody upstairs that A, eats tomatoes, B, shits, and C, has a garden. And is D, hot.
Olive down here.
Get Olive down.
Get Olive down here right now. Katie's got a green ass. Instead of the green thumb gardener, it's the green ass hottie.
If she's willing, I don't know.
Oh, good show title, Brittany. There are 2 girls, 1 garden.
2 girls, 1 garden is pretty great. 2 girls, 1 seed.
Yes.
A lot of great.
Those are good. Yes.
A little strange. Yeah, and Katie is right. This is one of the grosser shows that we have.
I feel like we've been on a roll of gross shows.
By the way, how do I report much to the NSA?
By the way, we have something worse later we're going to talk about.
Oh my God.
We're still going to be on this fucking weird subject.
Might have backdoored via Katie's idea and Rob's business acumen, and Joe and I fill in the blanks. Patreon Palooza was a great success, and we had some surprises. We might have one that could be the headlining match of Patreon Mania.
Do you want to just
call
it now, and then we'll, instead of doing an ad here, we'll do the Patreon tease?
Why don't we do the Patreon tease here?
Okay.
Because this is heavy duty.
All right.
Okay.
You got me.
I got you.
This is from the new episode of Storytime with Tommy Simbasa. It's out right now.
Enjoy.
Yeah. I guess it's the homoeroticism of comparing
that's
your
true.
nipples.
It is. It's a strange thing.
I mean, in our group of friends, I've seen Justin's dick more than my own.
Yeah. So. Yeah. It's just a staple.
Yeah.
It's a staple in our green room. Yeah.
We can't understand why Chris Restivo is homophobic because we've all been exposed to so much homosexuality.
Yeah. What's weird about it?
So
I have 1,000 pictures of you and Justin and Eric. One of your mouth is on the other guy's cock on stage at a murder mystery. Somehow you're singing a song. No matter what the song is, it ends up with your head right in Eric's lap.
Remember when we changed your lock screen to just a close up of my asshole?
Oh, that was good. That was a great bit. Yes.
Yeah. And you couldn't figure out whose asshole it was. That was a little. It hurt a little. That you couldn't.
That would be fun.
Me and Eric.
If we could get the whole DLP agenda, I'm not sure if Katie's going to get into Katie, we need your asshole too. We have to pick the asshole out of the lineup.
What if it's like a glory hole situation? We all put our assholes up to the hole, and she has to label whose hole it is.
What a lucky lady she is, man. Yes, I'm there for that.
This is the for worse part of her vows.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, if you're not a Patreon member yet, I don't know what else we can do.
What are you waiting?
I don't know what else we can do.
Before we talk about the
it's
idea,
just $5
that we have. Before we talk about the idea we have, was that right there when you found out it was Tommy's asshole on your screensaver?
I mean, this is going back a ways, but I think I knew.
I remember where we were. We were at
Winchester, were we?
No, we weren't in Winchester. We were at that. I'm trying to remember that name of that
amp.
We only did this room twice. It didn't have tables. It just had
Jam and Java.
It wasn't Jam and Java.
Chesapeake.
What city?
God, it was in Virginia. And it was and we had rows of
sounds awful.
Yeah, anyway, whatever.
It sounds terrible. Somewhere on my phone.
Leesburg?
Yeah, it's like that theater.
That was it.
Leesburg. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
God, you haven't been
Tally
there in a
Ho.
while.
Tally
Ho.
There it is. Yes.
Tally Hole.
Tally Hole.
Oh, look at that.
Speaking
Tally Ho. Somebody new.
Speaking of murder mysteries, this weekend we're going to be at one of our favorite places, Bright Box. We're going to be doing our Halloween themed murder mystery, and then we've got some more coming up before the end of the month. We're going to be at I'm going to be at Magooby's on the 24th with Eric, and then the 26th we're going to be back at Magooby's. On the 30th we'll be doing the DC Improv. DialAughingProductions.com. So that clip you just heard. We have a Patreon Palooza, or maybe Rob having an idea. We kind of treat it like Mania and SummerSlam, a half a year event. So 6 months in between things. It's been a few months since
some January event.
Yeah, like something January, February. I would not mind that at all.
Because Katie said when we played this earlier, she said very confidently that she could pick our assholes out of a lineup.
I feel like I gave up mine. Mine's got a distinct feature.
You did. You gave a hint.
That.
But I'll say this, as Rob and I both said this.
It's jet black.
I couldn't pick out my own asshole.
No clue.
I don't know. And also I worry because Justin described how to get a picture of it.
He's done it before.
He showed you came up with it like that. You were actually good at it.
Old hat.
Clearly.
Yeah, very simple.
Yeah. And I don't know that I want to see it. What is the goddamn mess?
I've seen the inside of yours.
Okay.
Which I assume.
Do you know about? Oh, please go ahead.
No, I'm saying if you take a picture and you look at it, because just like anything else, when you take photos of yourself, you delete the bad ones.
Oh no, right? I know that.
Take it again. My asshole looks fat.
No.
But are you trying to trick her? Like, do you want this to be your asshole in the best light, or do you want to make it harder for? Well,
no. I'm not there. Where I am is I hope it doesn't look horrific.
It's not going to look good. I mean, men of our age, they don't look good.
Like a nice.
You want it to just.
It's not going.
I want it to be unremarkable.
I want it to be.
You don't remember it.
You get lost in a crowd.
Yeah.
I try to do a funny bit. If you bump into Steve Huber, who, by the way, is going to be with me at Magooby's October 24th,
nice.
He's going to help host. Please, I ask you, if you find Steve that night, pull him aside and ask him to tell, in his version, the Justin's asshole spring fling story, where I thought I did something funny that turned into something horrifying. That remember Sean tells the tale of getting into, was it the Dead Sea?
Yes.
With an itchy ass.
Very salty.
Very salty. It's pure brine.
You can float.
Well, I guess at Spring Fling, I had been swimming around and I had been back there moving some product around. And I thought it'd be funny later at night in this like kind of lounge area. There's a glass top table. I spread my ass cheeks. I sit down on them. I mean, I give it the octopus's kiss. And I have Steve, who has a digital camera at the time, not a flip phone, but a digital camera. Say, hey, go in there and take a picture.
Oh, I remember this.
And we're gonna then what the gimmick was gonna be is that we're going to hand the camera to someone and be like, hey, would you mind taking our picture real quick? And we hand them, and there's a huge picture of my asshole.
Fun.
Well, Steve, he gets underneath, click. Oh my God. And he looks at it and he shows it to me. Dude, it was so angry and red.
Angry. It's an angry hole.
It was violently
It's seen
crimson.
some things.
Oh no, it had been through. It looks like it
lot.
experienced a trauma. And then I'm like, oh my God, that's bad. Dave Hill, former boss, snatches the camera. He looks, oh my God. Hey, everyone.
The staff is looking at it.
50 people.
Yeah.
They start passing it
is
around.
all inclusive.
It is. Including my asshole on there at the breakfast buffet. So everybody got to see the worst calamari.
Katie said that so it would be the three of us and Eric, Tommy, and Sean. She goes, me and Sean would be the hardest.
She thought they would look too similar. Why? What would make you think
I think
Sean's
I don't know.
diamond and
because I think she looks at us as similar levels of hygiene. I think maybe.
I got you.
Ariel has a great point. What if tonight's episode is the first episode of the DLP?
Well, then you're hooked. Then you're thinking this is the best podcast ever.
And then next week it's going to be me having a lot of self-doubt about comedy.
Yeah.
Next week is a Gramp story.
But Jen S says, naturally, this is the week my husband has decided to listen along with me to the live broadcast.
Hey, this is what you're into.
This is your love language.
Gross, dude. It's just farts in dudes' buttholes and trying to identify them and shitting out seeds on OnlyFans.
So
I understand what this one is.
Jen and Katie heard me fart publicly both at the same time for the first time.
Nice.
Really? Our Jen?
Publicly. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Publicly.
Good for her.
That's the first time.
On the air right now. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, publicly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn it. Justin's listening to this right now. Her husband's name's Justin. Sometimes I feel he's hit or miss with me.
No.
So I'm wondering if there's a great shot. You ever seen this?
Well, right now he's definitely one of those.
Here, let me show you a shot. This is a great shot. He's a very sweet man. But Katie took photos of me when I did the kind of April dry run of the special that's coming up. And Katie took this beautiful photo of me. It's a nice black and white image. I thought about using it. But then you zoom in the back, and there he is.
Oh, man.
Disinterested as
You can edit
fuck.
That looks like the metaphor for boredom.
Yeah.
You can move his hand and change that.
I could do something. That guy's having a good time.
Yeah,
This chick's throwing her head back. He is like, I
could do something
would
about
rather
that.
slam my nuts on a waffle iron.
You
I
can
would
make it
right
blurry or something. There's a way to get rid of that.
Yeah, I can give it to the Photoshop guy that edits stuff up.
But no photoshopping your asshole. It's got to be real.
It's got to be a real butthole.
Yes.
You can't have a stunt butt.
No.
Okay.
You can't have. Where would I get that?
Evan.
Hey, talk to my friends. Hey, who has the nicest?
I immediately make all of you sex offenders by borrowing my son. So, hey, guess who owns the deal?
Your Honor, it was for our podcast.
I don't know who the fuck these two are. I have no idea who they are, and I don't know how my son's butthole ended up.
Sorry, Randolph Rice.
Yeah, you got work to do. You're defending one of us, taking on the other.
Yes.
By the way, looking good on the beginning of those commercials, man. The beginning of every Ravens game.
Crazy,
dude. He bought a.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not going to get into sales minutia because it's boring. But if you want to save money, you do a thing called buying a rotator. What a rotator is you give a station, radio or TV, a small amount of money and say, I'd like to buy a show, commercial on Sunday for 30 seconds. And I'm going to make up a number. $100 is what it costs. And they can put it anywhere.
Yeah.
It could be 1 a.m. You get lucky and they need something at 10 a.m. at the beginning of game day. Or you can buy a spec spot, which is like, I want this to run at 12:45 p.m., 15 minutes, game day lead up, and then you're going to pay about $5,000. Randolph spent the money.
Seriously.
That shit is landing right between the uprights as far as where you want a commercial to land that you're in.
I've never watched network television recently where I haven't seen the ad.
Look, I get messages. People haven't talked to me in years. Pete Eibner, former comic that we knew long back then. Mike Caroni just talked to about the other day.
Yeah.
He texted me. He's like, hey, was that you?
Holy shit.
Yeah. And then actually Mike sent me something. I'll show you guys. It's pretty fun. He did this.
A real blurry picture?
He did a
Sorry.
It's his asshole.
Sorry.
No, he did this TV show idea. It's called Undisabled, I believe, with him and a comic friend of his.
Yeah.
Where they meet disabled people and then the shows that they're overcoming their disabilities. It's a 5-minute long thing. It's funny. And he has some big names in this.
Really?
Like?
Well, there's a little end of it where it's just a one after the other, just saying whatever their tagline is. But Ray Romano.
Oh, Ray Romano.
Ray Romano they have a message to. There's this woman literally has no arms. She's a pilot, right? And Ray Romano has a message
I'm not
to
getting on
her,
that fucking
right?
plane. I'm sorry.
No,
fuck that.
Yeah.
The pilot.
yeah, right. And then the guy he's afraid of heights and he has to fly with her. But anyway, I'm like, well, good for you. He asked me, how do you think of this? I'm like, I don't know. You got Ray Romano. I think it's good.
Yeah, you got a big name,
right?
God damn, you got. So hold on, you got a fear of flying, and it crack open the cockpit door, and the lady's doing the monkey feet.
Yeah,
holding on.
Oh, she's flying with her feet.
What a nightmare!
I thought you just press buttons now.
I thought she's biting down on it.
How do you press buttons, Joe? How do you? She has no arms. What is she pressing her button?
No,
she's nosing it.
Yeah,
fucking just hitting him with her head and all that. Oh my god, that is so funny. Yeah, he did tease Mike Aronin, an amazing local comedian who's had some tastes of national stardom. He's got cerebral palsy. It's part of his act. He loves making fun of it. But he was teasing something with Eric and I at the Westminster show that I just talked about on Patreon ad nauseum. And yeah, he said he had something like that. That's got to be what it was.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. It's like 5 minutes.
That's awesome.
I think he also said Kevin James was in there just as a little thing at the end where they are doing the tagline. There's 6 or 7 people that are all you've seen or are famous. So good for him. So normally if I have any sort of situation with a girl that I meet on the road or somewhere.
Yeah, you save it for Patreon.
But you know, I'm going to give this one up tonight. So
this one is for the masses.
Nothing crazy happened. It's not like the last Patreon story.
No unexpected haircuts?
No unexpected haircuts.
I'll just leave it at that.
But, you know, we go to trivia last night.
No mock threes over drinks?
We left as losers.
Okay.
And then I decide I'm going to go watch the second half of the game at right across the street, West End Grill. And there's one seat open to the bar. I sit down there. And there's a girl next to me, and she's talking to this guy next to her, and she's attractive, and I'm eavesdropping, and I could tell that they just met. They're not they weren't together.
So she's there by herself,
right?
Okay.
And I could tell that she's not really enjoying much of this.
They met there.
Yeah. Well, I later found out she sat down, then he sat down.
Got it. Okay.
Started
So this
talking
wasn't
to her,
a date,
and she wasn't even that interested. And then he goes, "Hey, I'm just trying to make conversation," and then she later told me she's like, "Well, yeah, I don't have to make conversation with you. It's not, we're not on a date.
We're not required to.
I'm just
know
at the bar, right?" So
has that ever worked? Oh, you know what? I didn't realize that's what you're trying to do. Let's get to know each other. Like the guy's comment of going, I'm just trying to make conversation.
Yeah.
You're not going to go, oh, well, never mind. That's a sea change.
That's what you want? You just want to talk to me?
Stupid me.
I thought you wanted to fuck me.
I thought you were talking to someone behind me.
Okay.
I thought you were trying to ask to see the bartender's tits.
So it's actually a good wingman to have some douchebag right there.
Oh, yeah, that helps.
So he goes to the bathroom. And
you want me to make
I start talking to her.
Fuck this guy up when he
and
comes
she's
back.
giving me the lowdown. And then somehow I turn into that I'm a comedian. Somehow I highlight all my good.
You worked
qualities.
it in there.
And then Instagram, exchange that. And now he sits back down, and now we're messaging about him.
Oh, he's already done.
So there's now clandestine conversation.
You cooked this guy in the 60 seconds.
Oh, fuck yeah. This guy has no idea the time it took to take a piss. He had his legs taken out.
Done. And he could already tell that comes back the conversation. It's not one-sided. She's talking to. Which is how normally a conversation works, right? So we made plans to go to X-Golf and stuff. So I'm just gonna call her. We're gonna call her Captain America.
Okay.
You'll see. And she could definitely probably kick my ass. But if you want to just scroll, see some of those photos.
Are you kidding me?
She lives in Annapolis.
How do I go this way?
There you go. Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta take my glasses off for this.
Give me that goddamn phone.
She's local.
Okay,
and
I have to fart.
It's
been 20 minutes. I don't think I should though. She already did.
And you know what her dream job is? You're never gonna guess it.
Rodeo.
But it's something that Joe and I especially are interested in.
Running a sports
betting.
Jesus
Christ. She wants to have a social media sports betting account where she gives game advice.
I guarantee you told her about Lock It Up.
100%.
I
said I'd do a
story.
podcast with her.
Give me
She's coming over in an hour.
Okay, hold on. Dude, look. I just got that 16 hours ago. Is that her?
What? Yes, that is her.
I caught a follow from her.
Ah, well,
she started jumping around a little bit.
I showed her.
Oh, look at all the people.
I showed her that we talked about the podcast. I told her about the set, and she liked all the reels. I told her about the murder mystery. Invited to the murder mystery.
Is she single?
Well, she said
because she doesn't look like a girl that stays single.
No, she looks like a girl that dates a tight end in the NFL.
That her boyfriend is about to go to Africa for an extended period of time.
Oh, hell yeah.
For what
Djibouti,
purpose?
where I've been.
Oh shit! For the military?
They're all in the military. So
oh,
he could kill me. So
yeah.
So
nothing like romantic happened.
You know,
So-
something bad could happen to him over there.
Well,
getting-
yeah,
you're
if I
getting-
survive there, he should.
treasonous with that
Yes,
pussy.
yes.
Okay, that's high treason.
That's saying she's happy for me. It's nothing like that. It's just we'll see what happens. But it
God
was
damn, dude.
Yes, I know. But we did have, and then we did talk a little bit today too. So it wasn't.
By the way,
like,
the boyfriend's in none of these pictures.
no, none of them.
I'm scrolling down. I'm trying to find him. As
She
I like
might
to
have just
say,
been saying that because did not to
No, because she
to
followed
gauge-
Justin.
yeah. Oh no, she liked all the reels. She
there
followed
he
the guy
is.
Laughing Productions.
There he is.
That's George Renaissance.
Yes. Holy shit! What do they say when that fat guy intercepted the ball? A pick thick. She
Yeah.
is calling that a work thick, dude.
Brittany goes, Rob would go for the
What?
most dangerous prospect of all the women that's been thrown his way. Steph goes, still, it's your situation. Happened organically. True. Very.
Whoa.
Very Max says boyfriend does not exist. That's
There
fine.
is a link tree.
Yeah, I looked at it.
Oh, what are these?
There's-
What's the?
I didn't find the
nothing in
OnlyFans.
there.
No.
But let's see what's on the Amazon storefront. Okay,
Okay.
some
Okay.
hats, some
Mhm.
hair stuff, something for the bedroom, and the bikini swimsuit section. Let's
Good.
see what she
All
is
right.
looking to have some horny young man like me buy for her, which
Have you-
will
have you done
happen.
this?
Okay. Yeah. So this that at first I thought went in her.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
doesn't.
does
That's makeup.
Okay.
I thought that
Sorry.
went
So
right
what
up
is
her
that
ass.
thing?
Could go.
Are
in.
those the consumer products she's
Let's
interested
see
in?
what we have. Okay, that's
She
lip
has
balm.
like 70,000 followers.
Can I
That's
steal
like-
a line from one of my favorite comedians?
Of course.
That'll never fit in your ass.
Hey, is essentially you saying, can you buy this for me?
Yes,
Is that what that
it's
is?
a wish list. Women do it
And-
all the time.
And if
And
you're
if
a
I do
hot
it,
chick,
it-
people just buy shit for you.
Absolutely.
I bet just people buy things for.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, do a bunch of
do.
simps. The
Yeah.
lady that designed my
Hey, I bought her a new iPad.
simp
No,
ass.
I didn't.
Yeah. Here's your PlayStation 5. Can I
Yeah.
suck it? The lady that designed my old son. Let me suck. Well, I mean, I gotta look at her. You might be sucking on something.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mm. Mm.
And me
She
being
does
a-
not have an OnlyFans, Brittany.
a
Not
sexual
yet.
health
Yeah.
collegiate
Yeah.
studies major that I got a
Mhm.
B minus in. I bet she's got a very nice clitoris.
Yes.
Fuck, is
Yes.
that one? But the girl that made my costume a couple of years ago, that big pyramid head looking thing,
Mhm.
she makes all these costumes and stuff like that. And she has a wish list. And dude, guys, mail her shit every week, 10 packages a
I
week.
believe it.
I mean, her name is Lainey Cat. She's hot as shit. She's talented as hell. And she just has a wish list
What's her
online. being like-
talent?
she makes costumes.
Okay,
The most
got it. Got
elite
it.
level costumes.
So the fact that she told you that her boyfriend is going to Africa for an extended period of time, I feel like that, like, why tell you that?
Yeah.
That's
May I ask
actually
you
a
a
good
question?
sign.
Is
Like, why tell you that he's not going to be around?
he heading there to visit family?
He's there to be.
Is
To
he going on
serve.
safari?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's stationed there. He's
All right.
gonna be.
Mhm.
I was asking, is he
You're asking, is he?
is he a black guy?
Look, me, Tommy, Eric, and Patrick Melton went to Djibouti.
Because you don't have a fucking
Do you see us? Do
chance
you see what we look like? Yeah.
being in the
No,
lineup after him.
it's- Hey,
Yeah.
Justin, hold on. Are you? Do you think in the military they station you somewhere where because of your color? Like,
My
No,
dad
like,
was deployed to
if you're only white, you go to like
In the
fucking
Navy.
Sweden.
Yeah. Wait, that's not how it works.
No.
What?
Where do the women go?
First time hearing
If
this.
you
They get
had,
stationed in the kitchen.
Hopefully
What do you
somewhere
think?
soundproof, huh?
you had to pick her boyfriend, only knowing what that picture
Ah.
looks like out of a lineup.
Shannon Sharp.
Yeah. Hey, well, the guy that was talking to her, he's a little closer to Shannon Sharp than I did.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
and that was not of interest to her.
Yeah. No.
All right. She ain't dating Tuck. She's dating Marlon Humphrey. All right.
Yeah. It's look,
She's a 10.
yeah.
She needs a strong, powerful
She's
man.
well, what you're describing is not me.
No.
Very
Which is
much.
why you
Yeah.
just might have a shot.
Yeah, she might be listening right
you
now.
might
watching.
have a shot.
Yeah.
She's
Well, now-
just
Now
She's not anymore. She's over.
No. If she's listening,
Yeah.
then you're going to know for sure if you got
Oh,
a
yeah,
shot
yeah.
immediately.
That's true. I
Yeah.
like that. We like
Yeah.
to just get
look
that
at
out
how
of the open.
far apart her butt cheeks are in this
Okay.
one photo.
Okay.
They're like, it's like her ass cheeks aren't talking
Did
to
you
each
follow
other.
her back, Justin?
Oh, immediately. I've been liking her shit. I had no idea. I've been liking this chick's shit for
I mean,
days.
just like
Yeah. Okay, hold on. Now and then, I've been dry for a little bit. Okay, there's nothing in the DMs. Okay, I just made sure. I was like, your shoulders.
Yeah.
She's gonna be like your friend. I followed him,
dude. Was she in the lingerie football league, or excuse me, the legacy football
like
league?
It looks like it. From
God damn, I need you two to work out.
Yeah, see, I got all kinds of messages. You see, look at all this. You see,
between the uprights.
This is from.
He's
yesterday.
annoying me. LOL. Yeah.
If you manage your headache, I'll be your aspirin. Wow, that is. I am horny.
Did you buy her a drink?
I did actually. Yeah, I did buy her a drink.
What was she drinking?
She had a interesting variety. She was drinking a beer. It's called Mango Card. It's like their version of Blue Moon, basically.
Okay.
When he gets
then next thing you know, she was drinking Orange Crush, and then when I bought her a drink, she went on Oktoberfest.
Okay.
So she gets around.
Will you root for Al Qaeda once he gets deployed?
Hey, they deserve a win.
Fucking infidels.
You remember in Wedding
Godless
Crashers,
heathens.
at the end they started crashing funerals. They found the women to be more vulnerable.
Oh my God, yeah.
It's
like shooting fish in a barrel.
Hey, trust me, I talked all about. Oh, she also I think she does some bookings for the military. I also was angling for.
USO MWR
yeah,
stuff.
So I'm yeah. So let's be nice to her.
Let's be very nice.
Let's all buy her something.
She's a 10.
Let's go buy her a waffle iron off her Amazon. Hey, let's take a break. We'll hear from our wonderful sponsors. Be right back. Hopefully, we still have sponsors after this episode.
Dude, they're so far apart.
Yeah,
it has to hurt your asshole.
I meant to front sell this last week, but as you know, Joe has in the last few years, you've found a new friend group that I have now become a part of.
That's right.
You're my new friend of last year. I made it proactively, or no? What's post? Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Jack,
retroactively.
Yeah. Thank you. And then this year, Pablo, and I believe you've named Menser and Tim.
Yeah.
So anyway, and now we play golf together and all that stuff. And one of the guys, Teddy, who I've met just twice now, we played golf together about a month ago. Had a great time. But he had his 40th birthday party that you were invited as well, you and Katie, but you were out of town, and it was a great time. And I went this past Saturday night, but I also went knowing like. I'm the new guy, the new single guy with no kids. That now all these guys they were already into golf, partly, or now getting into golf.
Yeah.
And I'm the impetus of that. So I felt that this pressure, like
they're going to be upset with you for being the person.
I have to be charming to the wise. Now, Kate, I already know, Jason's wife, we get along great.
And she probably gave you a good commercial before you got there.
And
they probably front sold you.
And Katie too.
Right. Katie always flies the Rob flag.
And Pablo's wife does Katie's hair, and I'm already like, but I still feel like I need to be charming. Not that that's I generally just try to be charming to women. That's just my personality. But there was this one couple there that I had never met. You don't even know them. They were new to me. And I guess this is just my personality. It became so obvious. I have a way, and I don't do this on purpose. It's not calculated, but I will hit on women or compliment women in an organic sort of in the middle of the conversation way.
Like the way that I did Sean's Brazilian girlfriend at the Nick Mullen show when I complimented her hair, and on the way home she goes, "Is your friend gay?" But she 1000% as Sean, was I gay?
Yes.
Because I was kindly flirting with her.
Right.
She did
not like
you
that.
only noticed her hair. That's why she thought you were gay.
Yeah, the hair all over those.
But that is a good
tits.
move. You always want to compliment, not the opposite.
Give me an example of what you're talking about.
So,
what a plump labia.
This was a great party. They had this this deck in this place in Deal, Skippers, I believe it's called. And from 4 to 7, the party was open bar.
Okay.
And then once that ended, then you were starting your own tab, which is completely fine. And Jason says, "I'll get you a drink. I'm starting a tab. What do you want?" So I have the drink. I'm sitting there next to Jason, Pablo's wife, new girl who I just met, never even heard about.
Yeah.
And then my drink's over and done. And Pablo's like, "Hey, I'm going to get you a drink." And Jason's like, "I'm going to get you a drink." So I make the joke. I say, "Ladies, this is what it'd be like to be a hot chick. Like you two to have guys trying to buy you
fight
drinks."
over buying you drinks.
Yeah.
So now I've just said it in a conversation.
Non-threatening,
Right.
but you called him hot. You let him know that.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So
That's a nice roundabout way too. You didn't just go, "You're hot." A very clever
it's
way.
one of my
being like-
superpowers.
Yeah, it's pretty
actually.
nice. I've seen it in effect.
Yeah,
it's pretty nice.
It's the thing that I do. So then the night we're about to go to another bar, you got to walk down these steps, down this freaking deck thing. And the girl, the new girl, just a little misstep, and not doesn't fall or anything, but just a little. And I
dumb bitch.
And I go, dumb bitch. Yeah. And I go, hey, Alex, you got this. Use your natural grace and your style and sass. You got this. And she turns around. She goes, oh, of course it's you. Not like, of course it's you, but like, of course
you're the person that would say something.
Right. So she's met me for an hour and like she's got me pegged.
Right.
And then we lock arms as we walk down together.
Okay.
To meet her husband at the bottom.
Oh, don't like that.
And then we drive to the next place and we drive separately, obviously. I get there and they're making out right in front of the bar.
Okay.
As I walk past, I'm like, I think I helped that. I think I helped that happen. Right?
Hey, I steamed those broccoli. I steamed those veggies ahead of time. Get in there. Yeah. Enjoy that.
But it was a great party. You had a good time. I think I did well. I'm hoping that Katie, because she has the Wednesday night with the girls. You know, I want to be talked about.
Feedback.
I want to be talked about. Yeah,
right. You were the one.
And Teddy's wife Emily, we hit it off really good. Steve-O's wife Casey, we had
making new friends.
The one new guy though, and Justin, you know, you'll appreciate this. I don't know how this fucking happened, but me and Steve-O, who's a wrestling fan, like he went to WrestleMania, like
we went to see Justin.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
So we're talking about, you know, Bad Blood was that night. And we
sounds
hadn't
awesome.
Watched it yet, and we're literally talking. It's me and him and the new guy. And we're literally talking about like Liv Morgan's ass.
Yeah.
And I don't know how this happened, but suddenly, new guy, we're talking politics. And I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
Swung the pendulum from
that's not the progression.
Now that's an ass I wouldn't mind crossing the board.
Yes.
Like, wait,
yeah,
what?
Later we're like, how did that happen? We don't even know.
I like to shove it up her second.
So that's his superpower.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
Then
we got to get out of this conversation.
Hot blonde wrestler's ass and make it into a left-right situation.
Not you don't have to say what he said, but did you align with him politically?
What he was saying is he was either he follows a website or he wants to start a website where it's not left or right. It's just all fact checking. It's like, yeah, obviously everybody wants the truth.
Snopes.
So it's like not something that, you know, of course that would be good if like you just go to one news source and you know it's completely
why
true.
because you know wrestling's fake,
right? And I'm like, well, what did wrestling make you think?
Let's have a website where you know this isn't
this isn't real, right?
Was that a real pen or not? Yeah. Did he really hit him?
Yeah. Did he really elbow him in the face? I love your ability to do that. Joe every year annually. It's a bit, but it's a real thing. Makes a new friend. Which, by the way, you got anybody on deck?
No,
it's past approaches.
No, and
I want you to do it this year too.
Well, I have a version I'll tell you about in a second. I want to hear it from you guys first, but I have my own idea that I don't want you guys to adopt. It's gonna be my own thing.
I'm gonna say I know we're nearing the end of the year, but also, you know, I've gathered about 5 or 6 new friends over the last 3 years. So not like I have some in the bank, but also, you know, I don't have an office.
But you get one that's so it's hard to like make a workplace buddy, and we always, you know,
but
we have to make the rules though.
I can always add Carlheim.
No,
I can't count on it. You're in a group chat with him every day. Now, Carlheim's OG.
I think we got to be strict in 2025. It has to be someone.
You bet that year.
Yeah, you may have heard about, or maybe they were at some party, you were there, but you didn't really talk to them.
Okay, then
maybe
that means
somebody from this 40th birthday party.
I have to be more aggressive because, again, I really haven't. You know, I don't have an office. I don't have an office for my day job. The only office I go to is the station. You know, so I guess or it can be a club manager, Nick from Winchester. Like I can try to make that work, but it's a different animal.
No, because we've known him for years.
Yeah, he's still an acquaintance. You've got I like Rob's idea. Yeah. The friend you make at the end of the year needs to be a person you met within that year.
Whoever is my producer on Wednesday nights, I'm gonna go ahead and have to
start to butter them up because you know, A, they live locally, B, they know who you are. I'll be curious who
they make $10 an hour.
Katie says, what about the mid?
Oh yeah, no, I do. Yeah.
Or maybe one of the mid's friends. Hey,
like the mid's dad.
Do you have an 18-year-old friend I can be friends with?
Dude, no, you're right. Now, the other 2 mids we've known for a couple of years, but I met shout out Jackson. Jackson is our mid. He's the 3rd string quarterback on the Navy football team.
Hell yeah.
Who currently they're ranked, I guess it's others receiving votes, but they have the 28th most
They're
votes.
undefeated.
They're undefeated, right? And so, you know, they got Notre Dame coming up in a couple weeks.
What about them? What about them right there?
There you go. Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, it's inside joke.
Hey, I'm telling you right now, I'll say this. I looked over and I kept seeing that. And I was like, hey, can you put your phone down?
Can you put that away? Oh, wait till you read the caption attached to this photo. This will be a Patreon story, or maybe not, depending on whether or not they subscribe.
Yeah.
My idea to sort of co-opt it, but flip it to the dark side. I'm thinking as I get older and noticeably more curmudgeonly, I'm going to start cutting people off.
You're going to fire.
I want to lose a friend
right.
a year. I mean, it's going to be, I want to start whittling it down to the essentials.
So it's just Rob and I sitting in a room with you.
That's it.
Hey,
I mean, it could
and then
be,
we're like, who's next?
and
At the end of the thing.
Next thing you know, I got to sit over there.
Yeah. It's like, it's back to the Rob and Joe show.
Okay. How do you define ending the friendship?
I blocked them. I just across everything.
Justin won't respond to my text.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Is he on Instagram anymore? I don't see his profile. I see his profile.
Steph said, new enemy.
New enemy. I'm not looking to make a rival.
Yeah.
I'm not looking to
Just
develop
cut him out of your life.
a nemesis, but I am thinking about cutting some people off.
Do you have a few listed?
I do.
Okay.
I have a big one, and I don't want to give it away, but I
do you
will
have this person's phone number?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I used to work with this person. How about this? I will tell people on the Patreon. I'll show you now.
Okay, you're going to show us.
I will
now.
show you
we
now.
know this person?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
I am probably going to cut them off.
Oh.
I'm going to cut them off.
Yeah. You know what? I'm not going to give anything away.
Patreon, I'll tell you.
My level of surprise is only like a 3 or 4 out of 10.
Yeah. On Patreon, I'll tell you, but I'm thinking about starting to shave it down some like that.
See, I was thinking about making him my new friend.
Go for it. Go for it.
His time is freed up.
Yeah.
But no, you're like, hey, look, we both have to be in this.
We have to be. Yeah. You and I are. We're all three of us. Katie,
you know what I mean?
Kind of married at the hip.
And what I'm saying is that person, right? Everybody's got to be giving a little bit. Now, somebody can give a little bit more, but it can't be 0, 100.
Yeah, it can't be that. Well, oddly enough, do you know whose relationship I have that is exactly like that? Waldorf Pete. If I never texted him again, I'd never hear from him again. So we do have a relationship like that where that works. When I lived in LA, how many times did he visit me?
I guess 0.
0. How many times did he visit me in Annapolis? Once.
Oh, really?
How many times did he visit me when I lived in Baltimore? 0. I went down there hundreds of times, and I was okay with it.
But you're kind of obligated to spend time in Waldorf, so I guess that when you make your rounds?
How many people
sort of here and there
that you know would visit you in prison? Assuming you didn't do
besides
something.
You 3 here.
No, you didn't do anything heinous.
Okay, I didn't do anything with like a
you
kid
didn't kill your family,
or
like I don't
murder anybody with a hammer.
You just did something that like your was wrong, but
blue collar crime. I mean, white collar crime.
Yeah, it was like a white collar crime, tax evasion. They threw me in there for a Ponzi scheme.
Within a 2-hour drive to go to the prison. And you have openly said, I am lonely and it would be nice to see some friendly faces.
I think everybody in our group chat, our DLP group chat, I don't think there's a soul in there.
Would get arrested.
Shoemake would join me.
I'd be commit a crime.
We could hang out. We could talk wrestling. I got a pal in here. I'd love that.
You're in prison. How quickly do you get turned out?
Katie says I'd still visit you. Katie said I'd still visit you even if you did the kid shit.
That's a friend.
Which is honestly of all the crimes I'm most likely to commit. I gave the example of a Ponzi scheme. I don't know how the fuck that works. Tell you what, I know how it works. A hammer.
They're outside with free Justin signs.
I'm real good with a hammer.
I mean, we have your lawyer.
We got into something on Patreon this past week about somebody that I bumped into, and they kind of made a show not great. Listen to the Patreon, get into it. And I gotta give the guy credit where credit is due. He's very insightful. He's a regular Patreon commenter. Alex Israel. He's got good head on his shoulders. Very insightful. He breaks down the same way.
He's also a historian.
He's a historian. He knows the show. New dad. Congratulations, Alex. Kid's in for a hell of a life. You got a good dad on him. But you pointed out about this person and what they did and how they were acting. A little of that's on me that I wasn't able to step and be like, I need you to stop that. Go to the Patreon to find out. He made a point. Did you read his comments about it? That I'm the type of guy that a schizophrenic homeless person will come up to and start espousing their craziness. And I'll be like, all right, let's hear it, brother. And I'll sit back and I'll listen.
He's not 100% wrong.
No, he's not 100% wrong.
No.
Dude, this weekend pushed me to the goddamn limit. It pushed me. I'm going to do something new, Joe, and I'm sorry, but I need to use you as an example. Okay. So this happened to me on Friday and Saturday. I hosted a wedding on Friday. Then I went to Oktoberfest on Saturday. I'm in big groups of people. I'm not drinking right now. I'm dry for about 3 weeks. I hate it. It's the worst I've ever felt. I missed the bottle badly. I wished I was filled to the fucking brim.
Real quick, what's
you look great.
Till when?
Say again?
Until
November 30th. Okay. I'm not drinking until I'm done with the special.
Okay.
I'm getting blackout. And I'm at this wedding, and there's a neighbor there that every time he finds me at it, he gives me this guy right here. This guy right here. This son of a bitch.
God,
right.
Relax.
Dude.
Yeah.
And I get away from him.
Right.
I leave and I find another group of people. He finds me again. Wham! This guy. Rah! This guy. He won't fucking stop.
Is he huge?
No.
Oh.
But he's got big hands and he won't stop. And I'm looking at people and they look at the
Feisty.
sorrow in my eyes.
Is he drunk?
Yeah, he's
Okay.
fucked up. But he does this kind of sober. So this is happening on Friday and it's a wedding and I'm not trying to be shitty, but it does make me Irish goodbye the thing. I text the groom and bride and thank you for the time. Thank you for letting me be a part of this great
But
day.
Phil won't
I
stop.
gotta fucking go. He won't stop. When I tell you, he grabbed me a dozen times.
Uh-huh.
Fast forward to Oktoberfest. This guy comes up,
Same guy.
different guy.
Okay.
This motherfucker is big.
Okay.
He is Jonathan Ogden size, but white as my ancestors, as white trash as I am, and he won't stop backslapping me while he's talking, and he's bringing up Hammer Jacks, and me and Mick used to go to school together, and this guy, and he's damaging me. And his wife actually goes, baby, okay, you could talk to him without hitting him. Oh, he doesn't give a shit. He won't.
They've had main events in wrestling with less contact.
Exactly. He's hitting me more than somebody.
Pick up a folding chair.
Exactly.
Yeah, the match between Punk and Drew had less contact. Okay, 12 staples. So this woman sees this happening. And she goes, Justin, can I borrow you for a second? I just want to ask you something about the station. I'm like, yes, yes, okay. And she goes, I'm sorry, it looks like you needed saving. I'm like,
what a hero.
Fuck yes.
What a hero.
Until she starts talking.
Oh,
She
no.
goes, I have something for you.
You'd rather go back to the guy.
I'm like, what do you have for me? She's like, I made you a glass to give to Scott. And she starts naming all these people that she knows.
Oh.
And she starts getting into her history at her job at H&R Block and how the sponsorship that they had at the Oriole Stadium cost them so much that they needed to fire everybody, including her husband. And when he got fired, he started getting abusive. He's been hitting me up until about a month. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck is this? Up until a month ago.
Well, what happened then?
I'm like, what the shit? I've got this face
Football started.
that just says trauma dump on me. The amount of shit she downloaded onto me. She told me about going hikes in the woods just to get away from him. She hides in the woods. We're laughing. This woman is like, she's unloading.
Like,
this
sir,
shit.
can you start
Sir,
beating
could
the
you
shit out
start
of
beating
me?
me again? Could you start knocking me the fuck around? Fast forward to Sunday.
Threesome with those two?
Yes, exactly. We're engaged somewhere, Route 40 Hotel. He's in me, I'm in her. So I do this volunteer bit. I do this volunteer thing in a school, and I have this. The reason I brought up Alex is that Alex is very insightful, and Alex goes, "You're just one of those people that just part of the charisma is that people go, I can say whatever I feel like to this asshole.
Right.
Either it be good,
He's
bad,
wacky.
indifferent. He's
I could be
wacky.
wacky.
He seems to be somewhat empathetic. Let me just barf my shit out, or whatever massively insulting thing I could say. Now, I'll tell you what I did, and I want you to tell me in this third instance. I helped out at this local school, and it was for a volunteer thing with the station, and we were doing landscaping for this school. And it was a bunch of us from the station, a couple other people from an organization, some Ravens people showed up, and they go, okay, we're cutting you into two teams. Team one, team two. Team one's out back, team two's up front. So I'm just going to go down, bang, 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 bang. And ladies going, a wanna and a tua and a wanna and a tua and a wanna and a tua and a tua. Comedy brain, here's tua.
Yes.
So I immediately go, all right, we got our teams together. The ones, you guys are Eagle 1. We're going to be the Hawk Tuas. And this lady looks over and goes, aren't you a little old for that?
Oh.
And I go, if you know anything about me,
No.
I'm kind of a child.
I don't.
The joke was out there. I needed to take it. Goes, I forgot. You're in radio. You get paid to say cringy things. And I'm like, I'm about to help you do landscaping, bitch, for 3 hours in the fucking sun. And then just moves away and just starts handing us shovels and shit. And I wanted to get in my car.
Were
and
you
leave.
close to leaving?
I was like, I can walk around the corner to where I need to go shovel
Now,
mulch for 3 hours, or I can just go to my air-conditioned Genesis, and drive home
Are you
and jack off.
required to do this in any way?
I signed up. I said I would. I didn't want to have it reflect bad on the station.
It's the courts
There's no
do it.
kids around. Yeah, the court order because of what I did in that ball crawl. There's no kids around.
On the scale of cringy things that you said in your life, this isn't even.
The cringy thing is you calling me out.
You're calling me out.
That's what makes people cringe.
You're like, you're in radio. You just say cringy things. So you're insulting me. You're insulting my profession.
Sure.
I'm about to do volunteer work,
helping you for free.
That you should spend thousands of dollars on to do a facility size. It's a full school. So there's
you give her a look like this is not okay.
All I went was like, wow.
You said
okay.
You were talking about Tua from the Dolphins.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Yes. Okay. And his poor fucking hands after he got his brain pushed in. I go, all right. Wow. We're like that then. And that's it. And then the rest of the day, I start busting my ass. I mean, I'm shoveling more shit than any of these other people that are like pulling up weeds for a photo op. I'm actually doing stuff. And she's walking up like, there's waters if you want any waters. I'm good.
Oh, you're shitty to her.
At noon, we're going to do pizza. I'm not interested. I'm being shittily, but direct. I'm not being like, fuck you, but I'm being like,
I'm good.
Not interested.
Yeah.
Thanks. I'm going to keep going. And I think she was trying to get back on the good side after a while.
She knew she'd
and then, I mean, just shovel, pile, car, gone. But I think I got one of those faces to just say, I can say whatever shitty thing I want to this guy because he's not going to do anything.
Yeah, no,
he ain't going to say anything. He's never going to get physical.
First of all, think about it this way, and I know we got to wrap this up soon, but what percentage of people that you meet do you genuinely like? 50%?
More than that. I like people.
I know that's okay.
I do, but I would go 70.
Okay,
I like 70%.
That means
of people.
3 out of every 10 people are her, and so the idea that, and then you also have to remember that you have another element that's added where because you have some celebrity and people like you, they want to endear themselves to you. And some people they don't know how to do that and they're awkward. I don't think that's what this lady did.
This was not that. The big guy was
the other guy. The other two were. The
gentle.
First 2 stories were. The last person, she just one of the 3 of the 10.
She was the final
a piece of shit.
Brittany goes, Justin is good at pretending and working the fan.
Charisma.
All right, cool.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
She said that sounded worse than I meant.
Oh shit.
I think it means you're good. She's saying you're good at schmoozing with the fan.
Okay. All right. Yeah. For a second there, I'm like, not you, Britt.
Yeah.
Not you.
Yeah.
I adore you and your husband. I'm coming over to skateboard at your place at sometime soon. So to put a bow on this bad boy and to delve that back into the gross waters, I love the idea about if we do another Patreon Palooza, I say Patreon Palooza, Patreon Mania, something.
Right.
Every 6 months. The next one we do, January, is a great idea.
Patreon winter is coming.
Dave Dennis has kindly opened his house and home to us. I want to film Katie.
A slideshow?
I want to do a PowerPoint
where
you don't see them. We can never show them.
Yeah.
But I want people to see Katie and a crowd reacting to various DLP buttholes.
What I'd like to do is have all 6 buttholes up there, and then above it, there's just a something that you peel away and the name is revealed.
Yes. You just be like, all right, here we go. You said Eric, it is Eric.
Yeah, they do that on Price is Right, where you can have 1 or 2 prices, and then
everyone can put like their decision in each one. Like you have a little piece of paper.
Oh, everybody's voting.
Get the voting app.
Yes.
For the office trivia.
Yes.
We have Katie decides, she decides analog, just right there looking at it. But the crowd that's with us, I'm saying $20 and over members, and 20 to 50s.
If you get 6 out of 6 right, the fastest, signed autograph of
free
our
t-shirt.
We'll sign the butthole for you. That's right. Hey, we got a new Laps Count Anywhere. We got a new Dork Dynasty that's getting recorded, I believe, a little bit later on this week. And maybe, just maybe, we'll surprise you a little something with Joe Stamboni and myself. And you got track offs on there. Story time with Tommy Simbazo. If you're not a Patreon member yet, we know what you're waiting for. It's the best deal in podcasting. Just $5, $10. And as I said last episode, with the holidays coming, gift someone a Patreon membership and play them this episode. This is the episode.
You want to go an episode back.
Okay, one episode back. Talk to you next week.
See ya.